Kody Brown to ex-sister wives, can we reconcile? A deep dive into regret, reflection, and family fractures. For fans of Sister Wives, the journey of Kody Brown has always been a fascinating, if sometimes frustrating, study of polygamy, family dynamics, and personal accountability. Over the past decade, viewers have watched as the patriarch navigated the complexities of a plural marriage with Christine, Janelle, Meri, and Robyn, raising 18 children under a singular roof that demanded both strict order and delicate negotiation. Yet, recent developments suggest Kody is facing a reckoning that many never thought possible, confronting the consequences of his choices and expressing a desire to mend fractured family relationships. On the November 7th episode of Special Forces, World's Toughest Test, a rare window into Kody's personal reflections opened, revealing both his regrets and newfound humility. For longtime observers, this moment of vulnerability was startling, Kody Brown admitting fault, expressing remorse, and even entertaining the possibility of reconciling with ex-wives and estranged children. The man behind the polygamous patriarch. Kody Brown is a figure who has, for years, elicited strong reactions from fans, admiration from some for his commitment to faith and family, and frustration from others for his rigid enforcement of roles and perceived favoritism. His reality TV persona has oscillated between stoic patriarch and occasionally detached father, a combination that has contributed to family fractures over time. During the early seasons of Sister Wives, Kody presented himself as a devoted, charismatic leader capable of managing multiple households. His message was clear: plural marriage, when practiced with faith and diligence, could function as a harmonious family system. And for a time, the assertion appeared to hold true. Yet beneath the surface, tensions brewed, preferences for certain wives, conflicts over parenting, and a lack of emotional responsiveness began to erode the foundations of trust and unity. Fast forward to 2025, and the consequences of these dynamics are undeniable. Christine left in November 2021, citing dissatisfaction with her role and the imbalance in Kody's affections. Janelle followed in December 2022, after years of quietly building resentment. Meri, who had always maintained a more private demeanor, officially ended their relationship in January 2023. Even Robyn, Kody's only wife, has seen the shadows of previous breakdowns shape their partnership. A rare moment of self-awareness. In the November 7th episode of Special Forces, Kody offered a glimpse into his internal reckoning. Speaking to fellow recruits, he candidly admitted, "I would like to repair all the relationships with my family and even my ex-wives, and that's not easy." This statement may seem simple on the surface, but for Kody, it is revolutionary. Historically, he has usually avoided direct responsibility for familial discord. Viewers often witnessed him shift blame to his wives or his children, framing conflicts in ways that justified his decisions. This acknowledgement, however, suggests a significant evolution in self-perception, a recognition that the divisions in his family cannot be externalized entirely. They originate, at least in part, with him. Estrangement and regret, the cost of broken bonds. Kody's admissions did not stop at ex-wives, they extended to his children, many of whom have been estranged for years. He stated, "I am sorry that I've hurt or offended my children. And that kind of humility I need back in my life." The gravity of this confession cannot be understated. Kody has strained, and in some cases entirely severed, his relationships with children such as Madison Brush, Michael T. Padrone, and several of his older sons. Publicly, these children have expressed feelings of neglect, disappointment, and frustration over Kody's perceived favoritism and lack of engagement. Behind the scenes, the emotional toll of estrangement is profound, affecting not only parent-child dynamics but also sibling relationships and broader family cohesion. Kody went further, acknowledging the difficulties in admitting fault. "I would rather not admit I'm wrong sometimes. I'm the discrepancy. I should have had a strong relationship with my children." This admission is particularly striking because it represents a break from Kody's historical pattern of self-preservation. For years, he defended his choices, maintained authority, and resisted public introspection. Now, he confronts a painful truth: his failures as a father and husband have left enduring scars. Understanding Kody's failures. Kody's reflection offers insight into why his familial relationships became strained. He admitted that his mistakes stemmed not from malice but from a combination of ignorance, arrogance, and misplaced confidence in his abilities. "My failures were because I didn't know shit about being a dad and husband, and I thought I did. I truly believed I was capable, but I misunderstood my role and made many mistakes." This confession illustrates the intersection of cultural expectation and personal assumption. Kody grew up in a plural marriage and saw his father take care of 3 wives. For him, the model was familiar but far from perfect. When he assumed the role of patriarch, he carried forward both the strengths and weaknesses of that upbringing, often unaware of the emotional complexity of raising children across multiple households. Polygamy, by its nature, demands constant negotiation, meticulous attention, and emotional agility. Mistakes in these areas, whether in providing equitable attention, navigating sibling rivalry, or managing interwife dynamics, can ripple through the family with long-lasting consequences. Kody's acknowledgement that he misunderstood the responsibilities involved demonstrates a rare moment of self-reflection for someone in his position. Reconciliation, possibilities and limitations. While Kody has expressed a desire to repair relationships with his ex-wives, it is clear that romantic reconciliation is unlikely. Christine, Janelle, and Meri have each moved on in their ways, establishing lives independent of Kody. Christine is married to David Woolley, Janelle has cultivated her sense of autonomy, and Meri has found closure in separation. Rebuilding romantic ties is not feasible, but emotional reconciliation, acknowledgement of past mistakes, mutual respect, and perhaps even friendship, remains a possibility. The children, however, present a more complex scenario. Many of Kody's older children have grown distant, some publicly critical of their father's past decisions. However, Kody's readiness to acknowledge his mistakes, accept responsibility, and show sincere regret could create opportunities for communication. Reconciliation, in this sense, would require sustained effort, humility, and patience, a process likely to take years rather than months. The role of public scrutiny. Part of the challenge Kody faces is the dual reality of private failure and public accountability. Sister Wives has always broadcast the family's struggles to millions, making personal mistakes a matter of public record. Viewers, commentators, and social media communities have documented and dissected every conflict and misstep. This constant visibility amplifies the pressure on Kody to reflect and demonstrate growth. His participation in special forces created a unique environment for introspection. Removed from the household and stripped of authority, Kody faced grueling physical and emotional challenges alongside other participants. This setting provided a rare opportunity for self-examination, away from cameras focused on his family but still under scrutiny in a broader public context. A father confronts his legacy. Kody's admissions highlight a broader theme, the tension between parental ideals and reality. He entered plural marriage with a vision shaped by faith and upbringing, yet the reality of maintaining multiple households with 18 children proved far more challenging than anticipated. His regrets are not simply about failed marriages. They encompass the lost potential for meaningful relationships with his children, the missed opportunities to support and guide them effectively, and the emotional consequences of prioritizing structure over connection. By stating, "I'm in a place in my life now where I'm very willing to say that I've been wrong," Kody demonstrates an understanding that legacy is not merely measured by adherence to cultural or religious tradition, but by the quality of interpersonal relationships and the well-being of those he is responsible for. Implications for the Sister Wives family. Kody's self-reflection could mark a turning point in the Brown family narrative. While past actions have left deep divisions, public acknowledgement of fault is a critical first step toward reconciliation. For the family, this moment offers an opportunity to revisit estranged relationships with honesty and humility. However, it is also clear that action, rather than words, will define whether meaningful reconciliation is possible. Rebuilding trust with ex-wives and children requires consistent effort, emotional transparency, and a willingness to navigate difficult conversations. Kody's admissions are promising, but they must be followed by concrete steps to repair bonds and demonstrate genuine change. Cultural and psychological context. Kody's story also provides insight into the psychological complexity of polygamy. Individuals in plural marriages often face unique pressures, balancing multiple intimate relationships, managing sibling dynamics, and negotiating personal boundaries in highly interdependent systems. Kody's challenges were compounded by public visibility, religious expectation, and his own upbringing. When self-awareness or emotional intelligence fail to meet these pressures, the breakdown of the Brown household underscores their potential consequences. For viewers, it is a cautionary tale about the limits of tradition, authority, and structure when disconnected from empathy and personal responsibility. Hope for the future. While many may view Kody's confession skeptically, there is reason to believe that acknowledging past mistakes is a necessary precondition for healing. His willingness to admit fault, express remorse, and consider the perspectives of his children and ex-wives may create openings for dialogue that were previously impossible. The path forward is uncertain, but even incremental improvements, such as restored communication, small acts of reconciliation, or mutual acknowledgement of pain, could contribute to repairing the fractured family dynamic. For fans and critics alike, Kody's willingness to publicly confront his failures offers a rare glimpse into the potential for growth, even late in life, and even in the context of deeply entrenched family dysfunction. Conclusion: accountability, humility, and the long road ahead. Kody Brown's journey from polygamous patriarch to self-reflective father and ex-husband is one marked by complexity, missteps, and gradual awakening. His admissions on Special Forces, world's toughest test, reveal a man grappling with the consequences of his actions, expressing regret, and taking the first steps toward accountability. The Brown family story continues to captivate audiences because it is both extraordinary and relatable, extraordinary in its scale and circumstances, relatable in its portrayal of human error, family tension, and the enduring need for connection. Kody's recognition of his failings, his estrangement from children, his fractured marriages, and his mismanagement of relationships, offers a lens into the difficult, often painful realities of leadership, parenthood, and marriage, plural or otherwise. Whether reconciliation is possible remains an open question. Yet for the first time, Kody Brown has demonstrated the humility necessary to acknowledge the past, confront his mistakes, and perhaps, over time, rebuild the connections he once jeopardized. His words, raw, unpolished, and sincere, remind us that accountability is never too late and that the capacity for growth and healing remains as long as one is willing to face the truth.